incredible morning. I was prepared to say incredible afternoon because I was supposed to start at 12, but the internet's supposed to go out again soon. So I wanted to get this video done just in case the internet goes out. So I wanted to go live now, just in case it goes out. All right. Oh, I forgot to post something. Hold on one second. Copy link. And let's go here. Edit our privacy to public. All right. So I had to put that there. All right. If you are watching over on Shakeya Lavelle, do understand that this is the last week that I will initiate live videos from that particular profile. All live videos will initiate when it comes to Facebook from Silaholics Anonymous's Facebook page. So if you are watching from the Shakeya Lavelle profile, make sure that you also like and follow over on the Silaholics Anonymous page. Now, because I'm about to do a giveaway, I'm not going to share this out. You guys can if you would like. I would like for this to go to those who naturally get the notifications and if you just so happen to be on. So I'm not going to necessarily share this one out. Hopefully, you got notifications and you decided to at least be a little bit nosy and peek in because I'm going to do a giveaway in this live broadcast. Okay. Although I just realized I was like, okay, can you guess? But if you're watching from Shakeya, you probably know what it is. So for those who are watching, one, good morning. Would you like to guess what that giveaway will be? But while you guys are posting your guesses to what that giveaway will be, I'm going to go ahead and officially introduce myself. Although most of you probably know who I am, but just in case we happen to have some people who are just strolling on by, I am Shakeya, the professor, as you can see at the bottom of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the creators of Silaholics Anonymous, which is my network and my platform to teach others how to use Silhouette Studio. There are a bunch of design programs that you can use. Some people may find other ones to be a lot easier for certain things. I personally love Silhouette Studio. I do 93.65% of the things that I create are done in Silhouette Studio. So I'm a really big advocate of, if nothing else, the program. May not like the machine, but I love the you may like the program. I actually like both. I have 6 machines, so I gotta like the machines also. This is definitely not sponsored. Never have been sponsored by them. This is always just my honest opinion about the program. I enjoy teaching it. And I created a platform over the past 7 years with teaching people how to use that program and learn to appreciate it the way I have for the business that I had in creating custom things. And I want to be able to help your business as well by teaching you Silhouette Studio. And then it will help you when it comes time to grow and elevate to other design softwares. Okay. So I teach Silhouette Studio via Silaholics Anonymous. Then we have our Honestly Speaking platform, which I do demos for different things, but we also have our Honestly Speaking product line, which carries the most amazing sublimation paper that is game changing and allows you to sublimate lower than what the industry standard has always been, which is 400 degrees. We advertise it with our paper. You can sublimate as low as 365 degrees, and it's as low as. For some things, I've actually gone lower. Some people have to go a little bit higher, but gone are the days of having to sublimate at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. It will release much, 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 much faster, especially if you have a quality heat press. We also sell sublimation ink and pigment ink. If you are someone that uses the new 7820, 7840, 7310, any of those, you'll probably notice that with your Epson ink, the black scratches off of glossy papers and sticker papers, and it will smear. You don't get that whenever you use our pigment ink. So if you are using those and you are using the Epson cartridges, we sell the refillable cartridges and chips. So you're going to save. It's going to be more cost effective to go with our brand if you are using that printer, and you won't have that issue when it comes to the black ink. You can find all of our products at shop.hsinc365.com. Again, that is shop.hsinc365.com. We are also the creators of 365 Creative Academy, where we truly try to help you unlock your creativity 365 days a year. So those are all of our platforms. If you would like more information about our company in general, just click the helpful links link in the description of this video. All right, so now that I've got the introductions out of the way about who I am, hello, LaDonna. How art thou, Chandra? How are you, my love? Paula, no, we're not doing. Wait, why is it not clicking on? Hold on, let's do this again. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello, Melissa Moses. How art thou? Incredible afternoon. Hey, Trina. Essentials class, access to your classes for additional help, ink, a pack of 11 by 17 bond paper, class or paper. Hello, how are you? Incredible afternoon. It is so weird. I rarely get notifications from HS Page. Incredible. I said afternoon. It's still, that's incredible evening. I don't know what I just said, but incredible morning. Hello, incredible morning, godly, incredible day to you as well. Hello, hey. Hello, and hello. All right. So the title of this, what do you feel is holding you back from growing and being where you want to be at in your entrepreneurship journey? Of course, I speak to a lot of creative entrepreneurs. When I first started, I think it was like a lot more of like crafters or just like hobbyists. But as I have grown, my audience has grown with me, and a lot of you guys have you have monetized your skills in all the different skills that you have, whether it's t-shirt making, paper crafting, print and cut, if you're in like the event space, if you're selling sublimation blanks, if you're doing sublimation custom sublimation products. Most of my audience has grown to where we are all creative entrepreneurs. So wanted to have a little discussion about what do you feel like is holding you back from the growth that you desire in your business, right? She said, I put my 2-week notice in on the 1st. Yes. So in other words, for you, it was your 9 to 5, the corporate job, clocking in on someone else's time clock that was probably holding you back. We got that new she shed and that new workspace. So yeah, we got to make the most out of that, or the best out of that. Incredible morning. I need to really finally do my unboxing, but I'm trying to get this office situation together. But I want to do my unboxing of the Imperfectly Qualified because I love what that brand stands for. She's like, yep, pretty much. But there's so many things that could be holding you back from the growth, right? It might be time. Time is something we cannot create more of. We can be more efficient in how we utilize our time, but we can't create more of it. Some people say, about time management, but when you have you're wearing too many hats, you have too many tasks, too many things on your to-do list. There is no amount of, I don't know, for me personally, I cannot speak for anyone else. Some people say they do great with time management, but they also have to think about how many things they have on their list of things to do in the 24 hours that we have available to us in a day. But between sleep, which is required to not, burn ourselves out, we don't have a full 24 hours. So let's say you only have a good 16 hours out of the day to be as productive as possible. With those 16 hours, what all have you guys really written down like all of the responsibilities that you have that take up time? Like watching me, attending all these classes. This is something that I struggle with, right? Because I like to talk to my students about like time management and stuff like that. But then I also have to think about the fact that I take up quite a bit of time between live videos or classes. This is one of the reasons why I'm like, I kind of want to cut back a little bit on like my programs and how many times we meet, um, to make sure that I'm not a part of the problem for time management. Because some people say it's just the time management part, and trying to be very effective and efficient in the information that I bring in the different programs. And I say all that as I am working on 3 different programs right now, uh, to launch, very, very soon. But I'm hoping that when I launch these, those who it really applies to and those who want to really, really grow in those areas, not those who are kind of, oh, this has piqued my interest. I kind of want to know. Like, I'm trying to gear my programs to those who are in it and just want help with growing. That way, when you are learning in these sessions, it's not, it's a good use of time because it's something that will translate into what you're doing. When we take on too many classes or we're watching a bunch of random videos, we're trying to try something new when we're still trying to figure out the first one. We're trying to figure out A, we've moved on to B, C, D, E, and F. It's like, okay, well, dang, what happened to A? We never completed that. We end up with a bunch of incomplete projects and just learning things halfway. So I'm trying to also figure out a way, for me to not play a part. And for those who feel like time is an issue, I don't want to be a part of the problem. I want to help you, right? Um, but it is, it might just be um not being fully educated, feeling like you're going into it and you kind of sort of know the direction that you want to go in, but maybe a class from anyone made you think, well, shoot, maybe I need to switch gears and add this and add that. There's a lot of different things that will affect how you're elevating. Is it the fear of bringing someone else on, thinking that you won't be able to pay them? Now, you need help, but you're fearful of asking for help. I'm guilty of that. I have so many people that have offered to help, and fear plays a part in what to actually delegate, feeling like, sometimes it may not get done the way that I want it to be done, but we can't have our cake and eat it too and say that we want help, but then we reject the help. So there's a lot of different factors. And so my challenge to you guys is to really think about what is actually holding you back in your entrepreneurship journey. Is it fear? Is it not being able to let go of control? So you're someone that's very, like you like to control all the situation, like control the narrative of everything that you touch and do. That can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. Identifying what are blessings and curses. And even if we see it as a curse, it may not necessarily be a bad thing. It's just like, when you try, like, it's a good thing that you're passionate, you want to take stuff on, but that can be a blessing and it can be a curse because it can keep you from being able to complete tasks or taking on too much. Is it what's holding you back is not being able to tell people no, not being able to walk away from and just turn down jobs, refer someone else when you know that you can't, and then trust me, it'll come back to you. So my challenge for you guys, is to write down. If you don't already have your business journal, I haven't got on you all about that lately, but make sure that you have some sort of journal. Put some tabs in there. That way you can organize your thoughts. But at some point, I will give you a week, which is still a lot of time. I think that's actually way too much time for you to procrastinate and forget about it. So we're going to say by Sunday, because today is Thursday. Write down things that you feel when you're thinking about your entrepreneurship journey. Like, man, if I could just do, if or if I could change this, and then really look at that list and analyze that list and figure out where you can make changes. I feel like if you don't write them down and really put it, black and white, and have it in front of you on what your challenges are, how can you really address them? Yeah, they're up here. We're constantly thinking about them. But when we're just randomly thinking about them, it clouds our brain, it clouds our thinking, it clouds our judgment, it clouds our mind. So we can't really create a clear plan on how to tackle those things. Identifying what we need to work on and things we need to kind of not put so much time and energy into, because this is something that, okay, we can kind of grow with over time. So that is my challenge to you guys, is to figure out what is holding you back in your entrepreneurship journey. Okay. So fear of failure, fear. Um, that's my problem. The various videos, not only yours, but in general. I do need to grow because I'm retiring soon, but I'm wearing too many hats and I feel that I'm just far behind in learning. It seems like everything is happening at the same time. I look for people to come on board, but I just have a problem having someone who wants something out of my life. Ooh, they want to, they want, but do not take it seriously. They want, but don't take it seriously. Imposter syndrome can be a killer too. I think it was all the ones. Not enough hours in a day for me. Marketing to the right niche, fear of failing. Yes, it's getting exhausting with all the hats we wear. All of it won't be able to get 100% of your time. Very much so true. Hey, just say hello, April. Finding a niche and committing to it. That's a good one. That's probably one of the major, 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 major ones that will hold you back. Um, what's holding me back? I don't want to expand my audience because I'm not a legit business. I want to research the legal way to get established. Procrastinating. Ooh, why you got to tell my business like that? You don't have to attack me. Like, I mean, that's not cool to attack folk on their own platform. Ooh, I don't like that word. Ooh, that's a bad word. That's like when my grandmother tell us you can't. Back in the day, it's like, okay, lie. Saying lie was like a bad word. You had to say telling a story or fibbing. Ooh, you just cursed at me. That ain't God like. Don't curse at me like that. I'm a definite procrastinator. That's why I had to change it to I'm not giving y'all a week, because I literally put myself in that. And I'm like, if I give myself a week to write this down, honey, it's not going to get done because I'm going to procrastinate and keep putting it off. That's why I said, okay, I'm going to give y'all, just like me, I'm going to give y'all until Sunday, and I'm going to redo my list as well. She was like, the queen of procrastination. I can't commit to just one craft, doing and wanting to try too many things. Marketing. Is that guilty? Fear of investing the money and not being able to see actual results. Let's look into this for just a moment, right? This is a good one to kind of expand on. Oh, before I do that, make sure that you guys like this video. You guys can share it if you would like. I'm about to do a giveaway, so of course, the more people that are on here, the less is your chance. So you may or may not want to share. But in the video, make sure y'all share. But at least give this video a thumbs up if you are watching. Just drop a hey, how you doing? And also, before I do this giveaway, there are, good. You guys are learning to come over. So I do see that there are 5 of you guys that are watching over on the Shakeya Lavelle platform, right? And I'm going to put a comment. If you are watching here, go over to my business page. All right, so I just posted that comment over there, so you guys should see it if you're watching over on Shakeya Lavelle. I'm about to end the broadcast over there. I need you guys to come over to Sillaholics Anonymous. That is where I will be initiating lives. I'll have different posts on Shakeya Lavelle, but if you're watching on Shakeya Lavelle, make sure you head on over to Sillaholics Anonymous, because I'm about to end that particular feed in 5, 4, hold on. Oh shoot, now which one is which? Hold on. Oh, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So boom, there we go. But this is a really, really big one, right? Fear of investing the money and not being able to see actual results. When you want to see results, have you set a time frame for it? So are you, or in it, if you have, are you being realistic about that time frame to see the results? Because if you got equipment that you don't really know about, and you're now also introducing this because it's something that you were not doing before, so you're now introducing something new to your audience, you now have to build that up and let them know about these new, like this new way of doing shirts, or this new product, or this, that, and the third. So you now have to basically remarket again. If you've built a business and you were only offering one thing and now you add something else, you are going to have to rebuild. Every time you add on something, it becomes a building, a rebuild, or like, just building new. If they add on a wing to a building, a hospital, a school, a library, whatever, they've invested that money into it. They have to go and they have to build it. You can see it there. You see all the work happening, but can you go and occupy that space? No, right? It's not ready yet. It's not ready. Like the result of it being able to take on more patients, or being able to have, like if it's at a school, either to house more students or to now have this area where it's going to be a science lab, a computer lab, somewhere for art and things like that. It's there. They've invested into it, but the results of that build does not happen until it's finished, it's complete, right? So what time frame? We have to wait for that to build. Every time you add something new, you got to go through the building process. How much time are you actually giving yourself to see results? And that's going to let you know if it's successful or not. Because if you're saying, well, I want to add, I'm not sure what you want to invest money in, but it's like, okay, I want to add money into, let's even if it's just marketing, right? You can throw money at marketing through ads and things like that, but it really helps when you have an audience, or you're really going to spend the time to know what to put in there, because a lot of the stuff that we do is not in the list of target, like areas to target. Like you can't really target, those who are in, specific groups, or just for summation. When it comes up, it just says crafts and things like that. It's really limited somewhat in what you can like market it, like what categories you can put in there. So if you're just going out to market, you have to be like, you may not get a bunch of different orders from it. You might get a couple clicks. It might be someone, I don't really need this right now. There might be 30,000, a whole bunch of other companies that are coming up and showing me ads. And I know that, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about that too, that are coming up, right? So they might be trying out a couple different ones. So you might get a couple, like, get a little traffic to your site, but they may not order. Everyone's not ready to pull the trigger and order something. Think about your own personal life. How many times someone wants to invest in new equipment, right? You've looked at this equipment. You've been to the site 30,000 different times. And it's something that's keeping you from making that purchase. Do you think your customers don't go through that also? So you have to go, and even when it seems like it's slow, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. I am very consistent. I don't care if it's 150 or 500 people. I'm going to get on here and speak to whoever's here, right? Before I go any further, I'm going to post on the screen a hashtag that I want you guys to put in. I am actually going to give away a pro call. I actually have not done one this week. I try to do at least one a week, where whether it's I go through a group and I randomly pick someone, I figured, hey, why not do it as a giveaway on my own platform versus just kind of going into groups and people who probably can give half a crap about what I do, don't support me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to support my own people who support me all the time, who help me get to where I am, and not just randomly go into groups and just kind of like off of people's questions, just go and help them. I'm going to help y'all. So I want you to type in the hashtag procall. And I'm going to now hopefully you can do it sometime today or no later than like Friday, because I want to do one every week. This is not a okay, I want to hold this in my back pocket. Enter if you know that you can speak with me today or tomorrow, no later than Saturday. Let's put it like somewhere in there. And if you win, you're not able to schedule it by Saturday, you will forfeit it. This is not kind of a let me put it in my back pocket type deal. This is an immediate pro call. I would prefer it to be today, but it's okay if it can't be today. You can only enter one time, so only enter your information once. It's not the more you enter, the more you type it out. I'm not doing how I used to do, and you just keep typing it one time because the system picks it up. So all you have to do is just do it one time. Okay. Let's see. Balancing family and learning your crafts. Working on too many things at once turns into fear of failing as nothing ends up getting done. Spinning my wheels. Ooh, that's a good one too. But yeah, I want you guys to think about that. Not protocol, procall. What's on the screen. If you don't have it like this, it won't count it. So procall is what you have to enter. But think about those things as far as like return, especially if it's new equipment for you. You've been doing pigment ink prints and you've been doing adhesive vinyl or HTV all this time, and now you want to add sub. You have to spend that money to get the sublimation prints, or you're going to spend money and just get a bunch of different sublimation prints and practice with putting it on shirts, putting it on different substrates. You're going to with HTV, it was one temperature and heavy pressure. When it comes to sublimation, you don't really need all that heavy pressure on most items. It's a totally different temp. It's a longer time than HTV. So it's a learning curve for you. You may not see that immediate return. All the different things that you have to offer, your customers may not think to come to you immediately for those things. So you have to go and just continue to build brand awareness. Be very, very honest with yourself in what type of return are you looking at. On one of my last pro calls, I was telling her about like my courses, right? And the prices that I have set for them. I can charge way more. I know that I am bomb. I am great at what I do and how I teach. I know that I could charge way more, but there aren't financial aids and scholarships and stuff like that for learning this types of things, right? It's not just like kind of like how with cheer is. People don't consider it to be like a real job or real career path. So there's not very many resources a lot of times like for helping you get started when it comes to creative business and doing things like this. To pay for the classes or pay for the one-on-one help and all of those things. So I tend to price mine fairly reasonable. I have a goal for myself, right? My goal is to have at least 4 people per day purchase my Essentials of Silhouette Studio, right? If I can have 4 people every single day purchase that course, that is an additional $10,000 and some change per month. So I can go and just say, I want to make, if I have this number, it's all about how like the perspective and how you think about it, right? So I can go and say, I want to make a certain number. But when you really break it down, if I said I want to make $10,000 off of this, I'm going to look at that and I'm going to be stressing about this really, really big number. Or I can break that down and say, I need to do enough to be able to get at least 4 people. That doesn't seem like a lot, 4 people. And if I don't get the 4, I now try and go and say, okay, well, let's get, if I didn't get the 4 today, to the next day, I'm either going to hustle, hustle, hustle to try and get 8, right? If I don't get that, so let's say I got 2 and 2, that doesn't change. By the end of the week, I have a certain number. So now I'm trying to spread that out. So let's say I didn't get the 4 one day, but I now have 4 other days in the week. If I get 5, 5, 5, and 5, I've still made my goal. So it's all in how you expect to see those results. If you were expecting to drop a class and immediately have 100 people and it doesn't, you're going to feel like you failed. But if you set smaller goals, smaller expectations, how much work do you plan to put into it? I told her on the call, I said, if I end up having 12,000 people between now and the end of the year, there are groups that have 100,000, 70,000. So just a small portion of that 12,000 people who really want to learn Silhouette Studio. If I can get 12,000 of them between now and the end of the year, that course would have made $1 million. I didn't have to make $1 million in the first month, the first day of dropping it. If I just wanted to hit $1 million, I'd know that I have to sell 12,000 of this. So am I going to just sit back and not put in the work to advertise it and market it in different ways? Y'all gonna get tired of seeing me talk about essentials. About to pay for a whole marketing situation for it, like ads and stuff like that, because I know that it is a great course. So I can stress over this month. I probably sold 4 out of the entire month versus 4 a day. But what happens? Like, what about if in June I sell 5,000, like 5,000 people enroll? I'm closer now. I'm now close to that goal. That makes up for a month where I didn't get all of those people. You have to figure out how do you want those results to come? Are you looking for those results to be as soon as you release it, within a week, within a month, within a year, within 2 years? It is okay to, if you only happen to make $500,000 this year, I know it's like bigger numbers. Not even that. Like if your goal is just to make 30,000 off of an investment that you made, we have the Roland. Right now, we paid a lot of money for that Roland and that laminator. I did not rush into it to where I'm trying to sell stickers and stuff with it. I'm still trying to learn it. It's dripping ink still. It's like, it's driving me crazy. If you saw my video this morning, it's driving me nuts. I am taking the time to learn it. I'm doing all these things for our business so that I'm not frustrated if and when we decide to now offer stickers and stuff like that. Are you perfecting it before you monetize it? Because if you don't have it really perfected and know the ins and outs, and when something goes awry, you're stressing over it, but you've already monetized, you're going to always feel like you're losing. So you have to really think about, what does it mean as far as getting a return on your results? How fast do you want that? And that will help you determine if you've succeeded or need improvement. I don't really like to use the word failure, right? So that's that. Hopefully that little tidbit was helpful for you guys. But I want to help someone identify what's holding them back in business and come up with a plan. So I am giving away a pro call with myself. Those who have been on pro calls with me probably will tell you that my ideas are outside the box. I will have you think about things that you never thought about before, and really be able to help you niche down if that's your desire. Being okay with keeping things as a hobby and not necessarily utilizing it as not monetizing it. That's going to also help some of you guys knowing what to pull back on. If it's something that you are not working on, don't keep buying. Like I have a bunch of recollections card stock. I don't do a lot of that anymore. And as much as I want to, when I go into Michael's, I want to buy some more. I'm like, that's a waste of money. I'm barely using the colors that are here just because it's there. I want to buy it, but I'm not doing that. So being honest with yourself on what you know you're not going to use. Just because you've used it before, if it's not the current trajectory of your business, don't invest things in it if you don't have a plan on how to use it, right? So those are some of the things that, I try to help people with during these pro calls. So I'm going to pull up the giveaway tool and we're going to run this. Hey, why is it not working? Remember, you only have to enter it once. Entering your name, entering it more than one time will not increase your chances. It only counts. Like I see a whole bunch of comments here. Some people repeat it and it's saying 27 entries. It does not count it more than once. All right. So we're going to go share screen and draw. And that was the one that wrote in protocol. And it happened to be Joy Sanford. So, my voice sounds funny. Does my voice sound funny to anyone else? I don't know. But message me. Well, you're on YouTube, so you can message me, or you can give me or text us or give me a call, or go on the website and leave a message there so that I can give you a call. Or if you've ever ordered from us, our phone number is there also. You can no, because if people are just calling, just see their joy. Email me so I can see that. So email me and we can set up the call. Where is it? The professor at hsinc365.com. The professor at hsinc365.com. And email me so that we can set that up. You have to be able to set it up preferably today, but no later than Saturday. If you are not able to do it by Saturday, please write it in the comments. That way I know if I just need to pull someone else, but this is not something that you can kind of pocket until you need it. You have to take advantage of it because I try and do one a week and I'm going to reset for next week. So can't carry over into next week. All right. So there she is. So thank you. You are very welcome. So just go ahead and email me. If you email me with the phone number, that would be great. But I'll also email me and let me know what day and time is best for you. Okay. She says, make sure you have your sponge. I think someone else said that too. Have your notebooks ready. She'll be dropping gems. I don't drop gems. I drop straight up knowledge. Okay. But yeah, want you guys, though, you didn't get the pro call. Think about what is holding you back. Write those things down. Write down, maybe even like take some time to write down where you're spending the majority of your time on, and where you can steal some time from. It might be to where you feel like you run out of time because you're sitting in front of your computer and trying to figure out a design and it's taking up, you think you're going to be there 30 minutes. You look around, it's been 2 hours, 3 hours when you could have been doing something else. And then if you find that you're doing that often, maybe take time where you can really learn different design programs and hone in on those skills, but not necessarily on a specific order. And that way, like maybe you can have someone else design it for you or go purchase certain files. That way you can work on them quicker. Maybe you'll benefit more from learning the program from working from a template and just changing things around and adding versus trying to start from scratch. All of those things can help you shave off some of that time as far as designing, if that is what's if you feel like that's why you're not as productive because you spend so much time at the computer. Is it the administration stuff for your business? If that's the case, now start to think about how can you delegate some of these things out. It is a scary thing to feel like you have to spend money to make money, but that's I'm not going to say an ugly truth or a sad truth. It's just the truth that businesses are run by more than one person. You and your business is no different than any other major business, midway business, startup businesses. It takes people. It takes man hours, and you as only one man or woman, you can only do so much. This is why we build things on man hours. So even though it might take 6 hours, if it takes two people to finish it in 6 hours, that's 12 man hours. That's not just 6 hours, that's 12 man hours, because it takes 6 hours with two people. So you have to think about that. um if it is paying, for someone to help guide you where you don't spend as much time paying for a class, paying for one-on-one sessions with someone, being knowing exactly what you want from that session, and going in with specific questions that they can help you with, will help you. Because if you pay for an hour or 2 hours of someone's time, it can save you 2 months of research. So think about those things as well. Don't think of it as like you wasting money. Um, and don't be afraid to pay for classes that will help you budget it out. But there's a lot of different things that you can do to help, depending on where your shortcomings are. So think about that. We're going to talk about that tonight in creative business. So if you are someone that is in creative business and you have not been to a live session in like forever and a day, make sure that this is one that you attend. Go into your course, click on the link for join meeting at 6:30, and we're going to talk about things like budgeting and setting the foundation, and a lot of other things as well. So I will see you guys tonight. Joy, I will speak to you sometime very soon. And for everyone else, I will try to not be the reason why you're not productive. Now, see, for those of you who are at work and you just watching me while you on your 9 to 5 and stuff like that, it's not so bad, right? Because I'm just background noise. But for those of you who are working in your business full time, maybe sometimes turn me off. Shut me the hell up, okay? I'm just playing. But I love you guys so very much. Thank you. She says it's both of those for me. Second guessing myself. Where can I find a 13 by 19? This is not a general Q&A. Okay. Do you guys need a general Q&A I mean, I can't tell you really where to find it at. Hey, you just have to look for it. Everybody's getting into it, not just for summation. People are trying to get them for ego solvent, for pigment ink prints. But I will say, right, I may or may not have an Epson 7720 that I am willing to part with. I am a source that you can trust that it is an actual genuine. You're not going to get scammed, because I don't need y'all on the internet talking about me. But I may or may not have a 7720 that might pop up on the site. So if you are not on my mailing list, I suggest you get on there. I suggest you look for our emails and take us out of your spam. I suggest you come off of my unengaged list and at least respond or click on one of the emails, because when I drop that, I will not be going live about it. It is going straight through those who are on my emailing list, and it's only one. So you're on the email list. You'll know when it's going to drop. And if you need it, you'll get on the site. But I only have one. They don't sell those anymore. But we have it in the warehouse. And I'm like, the person that asked me for it, I'm going to help her out. She don't need another printer. She just wanted it as a backup. Somebody else needs a printer. And if you know that you don't need a printer, try not to take somebody else. But that's going to come out I'm going to announce it and let you know exactly what day and time. It is going to be through my emailing list. So if you're not on there, visit our website, shop.hsinc365.com. Get on the email list. If you think you're on our email list, search your spam folder, click on one of the emails, click on something to come back to the site through there. Remove it from your spam, put it in your inbox so that the system does not send it to the spam anymore in promotions, and you don't miss out when I send out that email about that particular printer. All right. Leslie, you asked about that in the last video, and I told you, love, I don't know when the next session will be. I have to, for that, that's not something that is on my regular schedule. I kind of fit that in where I have an opening at in my schedule. Sometimes you guys would know beforehand. Sometimes it's okay, I have a break, something got canceled. Let's do this business talk. And you just have to catch one of them, dear. All right. So I am out of here. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.